Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
I don't know that you knew how much you were loved in Realtor world until you had this cancer thrust upon you.
I had no clue, Leigh. I grew up with a mean brother, let me just say that, and so love was a commodity. No, I'm just kidding. I love him to pieces. But my Realtor family were amazing. They were such a strong support as I was walking through this. And I had recently, in January of last year, I was recently moved. I don't want to say promoted, but they tell me I was promoted to being a broker of an office. And I knew I took the job in December. At the end of December, we tested again with all the scans, and it showed a third battle for cancer that we're getting ready to walk through. But and I knew in January, as I started that job, that we were going to be fighting another battle. And I'll just tell you, I tried to do any kind of alternative drug because I knew chemo. I'd already had 60 radiation treatments. Okay, so if there's a glow about me today, it is from the radiation. Yeah, but we had 60 radiation treatments, and it wasn't going to help this time. So it was a chemo. I had to go to the joint. That's why I called it the chemo joint. But I did try an alternative drug. Let me just tell you this. I did try fenbendazole. It is a dewormer for pets. It has been known. I know, isn't it crazy? I didn't care. I thought, sometimes worms can cause cancer, apparently, but it's been healing people across the nation. I mean, there's testimonials to dewormer.
I don't even know what to say about a deworming cure for cancer, but carry on.
I will. This is so interesting. MD Anderson. Okay. So, some powerhouses when we think about cancer treatment centers, but I tried that. So in May is when we rolled into chemo, and but when they knew that's where I was going, and we were in the middle of COVID. So, there was no touching and no hugging and none of that. But my crew came through with a parade. They did a drive-by parade, and we had over 100 people with their families. They showed up. They had big signs that's like, fight like a girl and kick cancer in the ASS, all kinds of signs that were going down my road, and they were driving and they were honking their horns, and my neighbors were coming out, and 3 of my neighbors come to my home and said, we didn't even know that you had been diagnosed into the next battle. I'm like, it's all good. But they did that. And this is what I saw. They were calling Leigh. I had cards every single day. Tracy Crum was admin at the time, and she made sure those realtors wrote me a card for every single day. I felt like I was on the Emmaus walk all over again, except it was for chemo.
In Tennessee.
Yeah, but it was for a whole different thing. But they wrote a card of love every single day, and I've saved those cards. I kept them, but they were encouraging, and they were always bringing me food. And of course, you couldn't really eat. You didn't really want anything to eat, but they were always bringing food to my door. They were sending flowers. I got more flowers from realtors and cookies. I was like, that's probably what got me in this mess, but I'll take another one. But they were, and it was just like they were just constantly reaching out. Hey, can I take you to? They were bringing food to the chemo joint, because I call it that because of my sense of humor. When you're in jail, you're like, what are you in here for? And so that's what we'd be saying when we'd be parked beside someone all day. And people were coming and going. I was in that treatment center for 24 full days, and I was there from 8 o'clock till 5:30 and 6 o'clock at times. We learned how to speed up the process a little bit, and I negotiated the Benadryl drop because I worked every single day while I was in there, and my head was bald. And you know what? The people accepted me. When I walked in, they made me feel like bald was beautiful.
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.